Hey friends, and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is all about a super common topic that we've been getting a ton of questions about lately, moving to Utah. And guess what? Most of the people asking are coming from sunny California, the Golden State. So let's dive into it and talk about some interesting things you should know if you're considering a move to Salt Lake City, Utah.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, we just wanted to emphasize how much we appreciate it when you guys do reach out to us. Seriously, it means the world to us that you take the time to ask us questions or just leave us simple comments that we can answer for you guys. So if you are thinking about relocating to the Northern Utah area, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We'd love to hear from you and help you out with any questions or concerns that you might have. So feel free to reach out using the contact details provided. Let's go ahead and get connected and make your transition smoother.
If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in Northern Utah, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Northern Utah.
We are Sloan and Kim Peterson with the Peterson Group. We've been in the real estate business for 10 years, and every day we help people just like you looking to buy, sell, or invest in Northern Utah, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information's in the description below so we can help you make that smooth transition to Northern Utah. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, so first let's talk about all the amazing things Utah has to offer. The quality of life here is outstanding, and you definitely get more bang for your buck compared to California in terms of real estate. Plus, if you're considering the West Coast vibe, you'll find it not only in California, but also in neighboring states like Oregon and Washington, and also here in Utah. Exploring these areas can give you a taste of what to expect if you're choosing to settle down in Salt Lake City.
All right, now let's get into the good stuff. So Utah's economy is thriving with a remarkably low unemployment rate. We're talking way below the national average, which is pretty phenomenal. The tech industry is booming with lots of job opportunities cropping up, which we've talked about in some of our other videos as well, and we have linked those below in the description. There's also a big rise in healthcare related positions. All these factors have contributed to a decrease in unemployment rates, making it an ideal time to consider moving here. Oh, and speaking of jobs, the competition is fierce. Businesses are actually hiring, which means higher wages for qualified individuals, especially in management and executive roles. It's great news for your bank account.
Now let's talk housing. We all know California's housing prices can be astronomical, right? Well, in Utah, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Whether you're looking in the city or a rural area, the typical home prices here are about half of what you'd find in California. So if you're planning to buy a mid-range property, budget around $525,000. That's quite a difference, and even with inflation and our crazy housing market the last couple of years, Utah has fared well maintaining the equity in our properties while still being affordable in terms of other cities the same size.
All right, so let's address a not so great aspect, which is crime. But don't worry, it's not as bad as you might think. Utah actually has a lower than average crime rate, especially when you talk about violent crime, which is definitely reassuring. Now, property crime rates are a bit higher than other states, but in terms of random acts of crime or violence, Utah is definitely, like we said, better than those of other cities of the same size.
Now let's shift gears and talk about the great outdoors. When you think of California, big cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles probably come to mind. But in Utah, you have easy access to an abundance of outdoor activities. Within just a short drive, say 30 to 60 minutes, you can immerse yourself in nature's beauty. Imagine waking up on a weekend and deciding to go on an outdoor adventure. That kind of freedom is priceless, especially if you're someone who loves spending time in nature.
And here's a bonus, which is traffic. So compared to California, our traffic situation is not really that bad. Yes, we do have rush hour and occasional slowdowns, but overall, it's not really that bad. Plus, road closures are pretty rare, except for ongoing construction projects. Yes, construction is a constant presence here in Utah, but it's definitely necessary with all the growth we've seen over the last few years. We're even getting some new cool lanes on the freeway and improvements that will make your commute really smooth. So traffic is definitely better compared to where you might be used to in California.
Okay, let's talk about a couple of downsides you should know about. One thing you might miss from California is the consistently mild weather. It's hard to beat those pleasant temperatures ranging from 60 to 80 degrees almost every day, especially if you're near the coast. So be prepared for some seasonal changes and a drop in temperature. The cool thing is you might find some new winter activities you never knew you liked.
Now let's tackle the sports scene. So in California, you guys have a plethora of professional sports teams to choose from. And in Utah, we have the Utah Jazz and the Real Salt Lake as our main professional options. I know it does pain us personally, but there is no NFL team and really no room in the future to ever get one. Don't worry though, there are plenty of amateur and semi-professional leagues to get involved with if you would like to go that route. While we may not have the same exposure as California, you're still going to find opportunities to enjoy your favorite sports. Lastly, if you're a fan of big events and conferences, California might have the upper hand. We don't always get the same level of excitement here in Utah, but that doesn't mean that we're completely deprived. We still do have great concerts with big events, major artists do visit us, and there are plenty of fun activities to do. So there you have it. It's a glimpse into what you can expect if you're thinking about making the move from California to Utah. It's a beautiful state with high quality of life, lower housing costs, and plenty of outdoor activities. Of course, there's gonna be a few trade-offs though, but nothing too major. Ultimately, it's about finding the right fit for you and your lifestyle.
Well, you guys, that wraps up our video about moving to Utah, specifically from California. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Picking where you'll call home is an important decision, and we would love to help you make that smooth transition to northern Utah in cities like Salt Lake. If you're looking to purchase in the northern Utah area, we'd love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And until next time, like always, we're keeping it real. Estate.